Hey guys, what's up? It's Schla here today for another episode of Car Time with Schla, your one-stop shop and destination for all things communication and transportation. And today, Schla realized Schla made a big oopsie Schla. Oopsie Schlazy or something like that. I don't know what I was thinking because I already bought the 16 Pro Max and I am not realizing that the 17 is coming out super soon. Today is June 2nd and sorry, I just remembered I wanted to do the intro. Welcome. Okay, let's redo the intro. Hey guys, what's up? It's Schla, and welcome to Late Rides with Schla. Today, Schla realized he did an oopsie, which is I already bought this 16 Pro Max, which, by the way, has been a phenomenal decision. I have no regrets besides what I'm about to tell you. It is the timing. The timing... I don't know what was going through my head. I guess it just felt like further away, or it felt like fairly recently this phone came out. But this phone is not that new, right? It came out in September, and it is June 2nd, 2025. So the new iPhone will come out in just 3 months. And so I'm not really sure what was going through my head. I guess I just wasn't really considering it or something. I don't know. I wasn't really thinking about it, and that's obviously very shameful of me because, of course, when the 17 comes out, I'm going to want that because why wouldn't I? You guys know me by now. This is like my whole life revolves around dumping as much money as I can into technology. So what am I supposed to do? What is a person supposed to do in a world like this? You know, it's like it's just one thing after another, right? Just one problem after another. Man, I just don't understand. And then there's people who don't even get it. No, I'm playing. Yeah, that was. I didn't really know where I was going with that. I can't get over that I did that with the timing and everything. I can't get over it. It's one of my a common mistake I make, but I don't know. I'm usually very like tuned into that kind of stuff, and I'm not. Now that the negatives out of the way, though, let's be honest. I've been so happy with this phone. This phone is finally a phone that I use, and it just feels fast enough. It doesn't feel slow. So, kind of on one hand, like, could it be the end? May I not need the 17? Am I just going to be like happy with this guy? It's possible. As crazy as that is coming from me, and hey, don't get your hopes up. Do not get your hopes up, because knowing me, I'm saying that, I'm acting like I'm moved on, I'm grown, and then next thing you know, those urges start living rent-free in my head again, and then, you know, next thing you know, you guys know the memo by this point. Another quick thing I want to mention, just to get it off my chest, is I am really trying to figure this mic thing out. It came and the plosive filter was broken, so I quickly ordered new ones. However, today I was looking into it a little bit and realized there could be maybe specific plosive filters that Rode doesn't necessarily make, but that are aftermarket, that are actually better for my specific goal of recording within a car. And also I feel like the gain is a little bit, it's running hot, and I want to try to reduce that. So I have found this very nice looking one called the Bumblebee, and it is for this size microphone and everything. So I'm not certain entirely what I'm going to do. I kind of want to return those Rode ones I got because they're not really going to be as good. And they're not too expensive. I mean, it's $20 for one or $30 for two. So I figure I'm just going to get two of them. And I don't know. I mean, it's a little expensive, but it should be specifically good at kind of, again, dampening things a bit and muting out a lot of the car tones that clog up a lot of the recording, right? It should be better for that, and that's good. But it also, what's specifically good about the Bumblebee is that it's a lot of foam has problems typically where it cuts into the treble. Usually foam reduces treble, and I actually already knew that because I had earbuds at some point, and one of the advertising features of them was they had neutral bass and treble filters, which I thought was really cool. However, I didn't really like how it was implemented because I thought it was going to be something a lot fancier, and all that was really going on was that they made the raw earbud fairly treble tilted, and the neutral just had a tiny bit of foam in it to bring it down to neutral, and then the bass just had a ton of foam in it to bring it down to bass. And so that I did not like at all. That bothered me because I want the thing to just be free, and I would want the bass to just be as punchy as possible. I guess I'd want more of a true adjustment. So really what I ended up doing is just using the treble filter, but just putting the bass up, because that makes no sense to me to have something blocking the earbud, which is inevitably reducing the volume and just making it worse. I didn't really agree with how they were designed, but I guess a neat concept. I mean, I'm always into like things being extra or unnecessarily complicated, and I did really like those earbuds. But the company RHA, I don't really know. They just started making like generic Bluetooth earbuds that weren't really anything to write home about, and I don't even know what they're doing anymore. I haven't checked their website in a while, but they could be like out of business for all I know. Sad story. Sad stories with Schla. But moving on, yeah, I'm very excited to get that, although I won't be able to order it right away because B&H Photo is closed right now until Wednesday, and that's the best place to get it from. So I'm probably not going to end up getting... They do ship super fast, B&H, but I'm probably not going to get it until Friday, which means the remainder of this week's episodes are not going to be perfect, because also I found out that this rigged up, jerry-rigged setup I have going on is also not optimal, and that could be why I have some of the issues I'm having. So hopefully this Bumblebee filter is really going to take things up a notch. That would be super cool. We'll have to see how it goes. But I am pretty excited and optimistic about things. Now, what is going on in my life today? I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good about things. Really, the only negativity was my realization that I should have waited to get the phone. But at the same time, I'm really happy with it. So maybe it won't even end up mattering. But I have a feeling it's going to be something I end up regretting. But hey, I have it. It's great for now. I luckily got the one where they just revamped the mic system, so it was good timing. Everything seems to be pretty great. You know, I mean, what can you complain about? I didn't do it perfect. I could have done it perfect, but there's a lot of joy to be had in, you know, finally upgrading from my 14 Plus, which in comparison, the 14 Plus is really a disaster. That thing was slow. That thing was no good. It was no bueno. It was slow, and it was no bueno. That is all I'm going to say about that thing. That thing is in the past. I'm saying this, but I was just using it this morning because I was able to see the traffic and record at the same time because I hooked it up via hotspot. So it's not really in the past. I'm saying it's in the past, but is it really in the past? Not really. I'm not sure, but today I think I'm feeling pretty good about things. I was feeling very overwhelmed and a bit stressed, perhaps, because there's a lot of things I was looking into, even with my computer and trying to figure out the right fans to get. And, well, no, I know the right fans I want to get. It's the mounting for it. And I'm going to try these rubber attacher thingies. Anti-vibration hook. It's something like that. It's some kind of anti-vibration something. And I think they're going to be better, with the only downside being longevity. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, I really do like screws. So maybe it was kind of silly doing that, because I do like screws a lot. I don't know if you guys just like a fact about me, but I felt like for my purposes, these rubber things will be slightly more ideal. But now I'm kind of like, I really do like screws. So maybe I will come to regret this. Find out next week. Find out next time on Car Rides with Schla. Schla out now. I'm playing. But yeah, I think something I noticed too, besides because I was listening to some of the Car Rides with Schla because I'm trying to do the titling. I don't want to, but I'm trying to do the titling because I know the title is important. I really just want to leave that thing blank, but I need to show up a little more. I'm already being squeamish and scared with my black screen thing, but I think the title, I need to show up. Need to show up with the title, and that's what I'm trying to do. So I was trying to listen to them, and I noticed Car Rides with Schla 10 was a great episode. I think a lot of those Friday episodes are good. They just always, like, the Friday energy and the way I'm acting, it's always good. It's Fridays with Schla. I might as well just call it Fridays with Schla. It's that good. I just think they've all been so distinct. Besides the one last Friday, and I'm not going to spoil the ending for those who haven't seen it, but if you haven't seen it, I don't know what you're doing on this video. You need to go back and watch the previous. I believe this is 21, and that one would be 19, because the morning shift of today would have been 20, etc., etc. I believe this is episode 21. I'm not really sure. That was just some on-the-fly math. Some on-the-fly adding by 2. So we'll see if that's accurate. Hey, if the title has 21 in it, I was right. If it's not, then you know I'm wrong. And if so, my apologies. I ask for your forgiveness. The vibes of the Friday episodes are great. I always like them. Everything's always good. I think they're just some of the best episodes. And so I'm trying to channel that Friday energy as if today was Friday. We need to make it so every day is Friday. Imagine the vibes then. Imagine if every day was Friday. That would be that would be good energy. And that's what I'm trying to channel right now. And I don't know that I'm making it, because it's definitely not Friday. It's Monday, and let me tell you, today was a rough Monday. If you didn't see the last episode, which I believe is 20, and it's the traffic jam special, the first and hopefully only car ride with Schla that's over an hour long. Although, knowing the nature of the world, do we really think that? Do we really think that it's never going to happen again? I think it will. I think as long as the grass is green and the sky is blue, I think a car ride with Schla that's over an hour long will ensue. I just think it will. But hey, if it starts raining cats and dogs or something, who knows what's possible? Maybe it'll be 2-hour long car ride with Schla. 5-hour long car. I mean, hey, we could do that low key, because when I go on vacation, I'm playing. We're not gonna do that. Sorry to lead y'all on. I know y'all are like, oh man, I really wanted to sit here and listen to him for 5 hours. Oh man, I really wanted to sit here and listen to him for 8 hours. Oh man, I know I just sank y'all's heart, and I'm sorry. I'm a liar. I can't help myself. I just can't help myself. It just slips out. It just happens, right? Something I thought of today, because this has been a trend. It's been pretty consistent. My hair is usually down for the morning shift, and it's usually up for the night shift. And I think that's kind of fire, and you guys can't see it. So it's a little bit disappointing for y'all, but pour moi, it's actually great. So I just wanted to point that out. You guys can't see that, but it is existing. It is happening. That is what my memory is coming back. I feel like I messed things up a little bit for this week's Car Rides with Schla, which, if I had to guess, is going to be 11 through 18. That sounds so weird, though. Why would it be? No. This week's would be 9 through 18. There we go. Now, the reason why is I think when I mixed them, because I'm editing the vocals because I want to make them sound spruced up, I think I made them a bit too harsh. They are very good. They're very resolving. It sounds very intense, but I think it might be a bit overbearing for some. I love treble boost. I just love treble. I think it sounds strong and so clear and resolving. But I know the general populace probably likes warmer or bassier tones. Now, I sadly cannot really play around with the bass too much for the Car Rides with Schla because I don't really ever say because, but I kind of want to start doing that. I think because has a nice ring to it. Anyways, now I don't even remember what I was talking about. So I'm just gonna start talking from what I do know I was talking about, which was the thing about the filter. Not the filter. It's filtering the audio, but it's not a filter. It's digital. So I don't know why I'm saying filter. It's too harsh. I think most of the I remember what I was saying now. You have to do a bass cut in a car recording because there's a lot of low, just constant humming of road noise, car noise, etc. So you have to do a bass cut, and it does impact the vocals a bit because my voice is going to sound a little bit more mid-heavy as a result of that, and treble heavy too, but you kind of have to figure it out. And I don't really think I figured it out. I think I over-pushed it. So my apologies if the vocals sound a bit harsh. I don't know what I was really thinking. I should have done the AirPods test, which is going to be a new test I come up with, which is see how they sound on AirPods, because I think that's actually a really good idea because a lot of people use them, and it's just kind of a good way to see how like just a standard headphone is going to sound like. I could even include, cheaper earbuds in the mix too and see how it is. So I think I need to tilt it more towards the mids and the lows that I can do. But again, it's a little bit tricky because you do have to cut a lot of the low out due to the suboptimalness of the Car Rides with Schla. Now, again, hopefully that Bumblebee filter I'm getting will help mitigate that a little bit better. We will have to see. Time will tell, and that will probably be next week's episodes. And if this week starts with 19, then next week is going to be starting with 29. So it's probably, because remember, we don't know exactly how the shipping is going to work, but I'm assuming I'm going to order it on Wednesday and it will arrive on Friday so that next week's 29 through 39 will be with a better quality. We're going to hope that's the case, but you never know. But I just want to tone down the way I'm editing them a little bit. I think I overdid it, and it's just a bit much, and for some people, it just might be too much. But for some people might like it. I just think I need to tone it down a bit and err it on the side of caution. because I think a lot of people just want warmth. I don't really think a lot of people look for clarity or intensity, especially with this kind of a show. I mean, I don't know. I'm just all technical, so I'm trying to like spruce things up to the limit. I want to do basically whatever I can to like improve and optimize. You guys know me, and it was too much. I think I'm gonna have to tone it down just a tad and figure out what I'm gonna do for this week's slate, which is, well, 19's already posted, so 19 will still have the old, but it's going to be 20 through 29. Well, no, I don't. This math is a lot of math. It's because things are off because Friday was a special 2-parter. So now all the math is going to be like very strange to figure out because 19 wasn't uploaded on Friday. I think I did the math wrong because earlier in the vid. No, I didn't. I mean, it's still 21, but I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking 19 was Friday. 19 is going to be Monday. 20, the morning shift is going to be at night. Everything's going to be fouled up. You guys are going to be so confused because it's like the morning's going to be uploaded at the night and the night at the morning. I'm sure at some point there will be another special 2-parter that will mitigate that issue. But hey, is it even an issue? I feel like it's Schla coded. If I'm being honest, I think it's Schla coded. But I just will have to see. We'll have to see what people's impressions are of that. Is the series toast? Is the series going to be toast? Find out next time on Car Rides with Schla. Nah, I'm playing. I'm not closing it now. I don't know what is the TLDR for this episode going to be like. I need to like think of it in advance because I feel like I'm not doing a good enough job. So let's like intermission-ish because I think I'm making great time. This actually could be a record short Car Ride with Schla evening shift easily. There was just no traffic for some reason. I'm not entirely sure what that was about. What was I getting at? Oh, yeah, the TLDR with Schla. I think it will be something like phone disappointment and mic undisappointment. No, something like that. Something about. It was just talking about, yeah, my regret with the phone, but I'm still happy with it. And then the other thing, yeah, I don't know. Not sure what else did I have planned to talk about? Because I realized there were a lot of things. Like, I was probably going to talk about the mic thing in the morning shift, and I just didn't. Now, granted, I did end up getting distracted with the traffic issue, so you could argue that that was not good. Sorry, this person in a Camry of all cars was tailgating me. It's just that usually it's a big truck, but no, a Toyota Camry. I don't know. I think the traffic jam really distracted me, and you guys got a treat. You guys got an entire hour to sit through with me. I'm sure you guys were thrilled to see that, maybe even shocked. But that TLDR with that title's easy. I mean, it's going to have to be called Traffic Jam. There's no other suitable title. There's just not a single other title that would be suitable for that. But yeah, we're trying to keep things light. We're trying to keep things spry, sprightly. We're trying to keep things sprightly and nice and fun and good and all rainbows, sunshine. I have no idea what I'm getting at right now. I don't know that I have much else to say on the tip of my tongue. Oh, I was going to talk about how it's going to be interesting seeing this series in retrospect because it's going to be my path out of the mud, right? I'm working the 9 to 5. We're doing the Car Ride with Schla. But the thing is, this could be at my house and just a way better quality recording. And it only exists because I'm working a 9 to 5. Now, I know deep down At least now, I have lots of hope. I know that I think I'm one of the few who is destined to avoid the 9 to 5. I think it's good I experienced it, but I'm very certain that this is going to be my ticket out. So I hope it's sooner rather than later. That's up to y'all. I'm trying to make it out of the, trying to deliver content. I'm stacking y'all with 10 videos a week. It's the grind. It doesn't feel like much of a grind to me because I don't know what else I'd do. I think I've said that before. It is definitely very enjoyable for me. Definitely. For a lot of people, though, it would be difficult. I think it would be very difficult. And that's where I get back to my thing about feeling like I'm not doing good enough. And I don't know that that's true. Because it is very difficult for me to script, and I thought by now I may have been doing more at home recording, and I'm not. So I feel like I'm not being good enough, but I'm still pushing 10 videos a week, which is very good. And I think for a lot of people, what I'm doing is actually hard. It's just it comes very naturally to me. So to me, it feels like I'm not doing good enough. But I think I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. This is what I'm meant for. I'm not meant for script. And that is something that is a bit uncommon. I think you have a lot of people who make content that's scripted and polished in long form, and you make a lot of people make raw content, but it might be short. But I'm delivering raw and quality and long. I think I'm making I guess what I'm doing isn't too revolutionary because I'm sure there's other channels who talk while they're driving, but the whole premise of my point right now is that I was kind of feeling a little bit like I wasn't doing good enough, but I don't know who honked at me or why. I think that like Toyota Camry honked at me, but that doesn't even make sense. I don't know who just honked at me or why they did that. Whatever. Anyways, it might have even come through on the recording. What was I talking about? That totally threw me off. Oh yeah. I feel like I need to just do what is comfortable and makes sense for me. Now, I guess there's a fine line between being too lazy about it, like just not doing the titles. Like, that's obviously got to go. I have to do the titles, really. But I don't know. I think what I'm doing this much hours a week of unscripted talking, I don't think that many people could do that. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just not sure. I think if anything, like a lot of people do have to do a script. So the fact that I do everything scriptless, and again, the amount of it too, it is a large quantity because it's a minimum of 30 minutes. So it's a minimum of 5 hours a week. It's got to be like at least 6 hours a week because, yeah, all it would take is what, a 42-minute episode plus a 30-minute episode a day to reach 6 hours. So it's basically 6. I think or it's high fives. I mean, if there was a week with not a lot of traffic, we wouldn't hit 6. And hopefully we can manifest that because that's kind of fire. Like today, the traffic was non-existent. I don't really know. We're already like, I think we might get home in like 30 something minutes, which is very unusual for a night shift. We'll have to see though. No, I have a feeling I can do it because we're about to crack 30, but I think this episode's going to be like 38 or something like that because I end it before I get home too. We'll have to see though. I'm not really thinking too hard about it. But I think that's like an important lesson for me is to stop comparing and stop thinking I have to try harder. Like, I need to do what I want to do. I mean, if I don't want to do it, I'm not even going to end up doing it. And that's the whole thing with the scripting. Like this, I love this. I love doing this. I love not having a script, doing it while driving. I love it. This is easy. This is not work. This is not hard. This is fun. This is pleasurable to me. And that's the most beautiful part. So I think if I get too in my head about needing to be better, it's going to foul things up. It is. It's going to make it bad and rough for me. You know? So I think that's an important realization I'm coming through. Coming soon. Coming through. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff. It's important. And so I think we're going to make it. This is going to be my ticket out of the 9 to 5. I hope it's sooner rather than later, but I think a year from now we'll check in. I'll reference this episode 21 and I'll say, hey, I'm famous now. What's good? I'm not working anymore. Although really knowing me though, I'm still going to want to keep working for a while, probably. But again, it's going to get to the point where I just think I'm so much more talented at this. I have more to offer the world, more to offer the world through speech than I do a 9 to 5. And I think it's already evident. I mean, this series is gold. It just hasn't been seen yet. People haven't acknowledged it yet. But it's here. It's it's a secret gold mine just sitting. I'm sure once it's discovered, it's going to go crazy. People are going to really like it because it's gold. It's literal gold that I'm just sitting here on. So I'm making it. I'm doing my part. Will you help me escape the 9 to 5? Because I do think I mean I could make so much more content even, and it would be of a higher quality too. I think also if I make more money, like I said in a different episode, you guys can basically buy me a better car that will be a little more sound isolating. That's obviously an important thing. I could use a nice car like a BMW or a Mercedes. Just saying, if you guys want to get together and supply that. Yeah, I'm going to say that a lot because I just hope it happens. I really hope it happens. Yeah, 38 was off. I think it might be 37. This has got to be a record. I don't know why I have no idea why it was like that. It's interesting though, isn't it? Isn't it interesting? Now. No, I think that's enough. I think that's enough for today, you know? I'm a little bit confused. There is a police car behind me, and I wonder if I'm going to get pulled over. That would not be fun, would it? I guess we'll find out. I don't know. Oh, good. Oh, good. They were going a different way. Unless I dodged them. I don't know. I just get nervous about that stuff, and it was weird because they were like just behind me, and they had their lights on, but what if they were after me and No, that's crazy. It's just weird, right? Because who else would they have? I guess it's just a coincidence. Wow. All right, well, lucky me. I either escaped them by accident or they were going for someone else. I don't know why they would have. Anyways, I think it's a good time for a TLDR with Schla. Today on Car Rides... Oh, TLDR with Schla. Today I talked about how I regret the phone a little bit, but at the same time, I really appreciate it. So is that really a full regret? I'm not really too sure about that. I do definitely regret buying the standard Rode plosive filter for my microphone. I definitely shouldn't have done that. I should have done more research. So that's a full-blown regret. I don't appreciate any part of it. And I need to get the Bumblebee filter instead, which should be a lot better for the recording. And I talked about that in the microphones. Lastly, we finished with my goals and intentions, and I need to be laid back and do what I'm supposed to do and stop comparing myself to other people and be chill about it. TLDR with Schla out.